The idea of this amazing project came about in December of last year, and I'd seen The Apprentice, who were given the task of creating their own computer game. And then I woke up the next morning and I was like, that would be epic to do that with a group of kids. And essentially I wanted a team to work hands-on with a group of children that I felt would be ready to take this project on. And then I got this amazing phone call from Ollie.
Let me sort my hair out. We're ready to go.
And he was like, no, seriously, this is what we do. And he gave me a great big lowdown, and it was the mere fact, and he hit those keywords, computer generated animated work.
I went on to tell Sarah about the motion capture facilities that we've got and the ability to actually involve the children in the animation and not just have ideas sent over to us. We spoke about doing workshops with the kids to really get them involved in the process. With the motion capture facilities that we've got, I told Sarah that we could actually suit the kids up and capture their mixed martial arts moves to be used in the animation.
So then Ollie gives me a call and he says, look, Alex, there's an Arts Council lottery funded project for the Platinum Jubilee. It's working with children down in Hastings. Is it something that you think we should do as a studio? Yes. Book a call.
And here I was talking to two amazingly creative individuals that were saying, do you know what? We'd really love to jump on board. We'd love to collaborate with you. And they were fundamentally really getting the ethos of the project.
We immediately got onto the idea of planning these workshops and actually involving the kids quite directly. The first workshop was really all about getting their ideas together. And the second session was where things got really, really active. So the second session was coming back with the script written only 1 week later. We had a read through, like a group theatre table reading, and then we had individual line readings with sound recording.
Just do those 2 more times for me, the whole page.
Yeah. Can't go out. Yeah, street protectors. Loading it up. Hang on.
Brilliant. Next page.
Skull. Oh, you smashed his skull. Nope, still going. Nope, still going. Nope, still going. Oh yeah. Yeah, good times. Yeah, good times. Yeah, good times.
And they voice acted the lines, and we had to do that quickly because then we had to get the motion capture kit on as many people as possible.
How does the sensors work?
Hey Alex, what's it called again then, the sensors?
An IMU, which is Inertial Measurement Unit, which was first invented for the space program so that spaceships knew where they were in space. And now we can use them so that Evelyn knows where her hand is in space.
That's the one, yeah.
There were 4 main creative themes that we just needed to touch on as part of the project. The rest was up to the kids. The 4 themes were Muay Thai and keeping active and fit, the Jubilee, lockdown and the increase of video game and idleness and Zoom lessons and not going out and keeping indoors and all of that. And there was healthy eating. So those were kind of like the 4 main things that we needed to touch on. And that drove the main concept of the story. So we had a kid who's on a lesson, learning about the monarchy, so we get the Jubilee in there. Bunks off that, so he basically disconnects, pretends his internet isn't working, and goes and plays video games with his friends, where they wish that they could go out and do this for real, but they can't because they're in the middle of this lockdown. So that basic narrative seemed to touch on everything. But all of the details, the idea, the format of the game being sort of like street fighters, the idea of it being street protectors came out of a conversation that we instigated with the children around what's a good use or an appropriate use of force, you know, in terms of when is it good to use violence, right? Which is always the question in this. And one of the ideas was chiefly protection. We could have a sort of street fighters game, but it was going to be street protectors. That came out of that discussion. Then healthy eating was, well, why not have healthy foods as a power-up in the game? So we've got green beans power-ups. We've got banana power-ups. They have a little conversation around that. They use Snapchat. I don't use Snapchat.
After the end of the second workshop, we'd obviously captured everyone's voices that was going to be in the production. We captured all of the Muay Thai moves from the stunt actors that were chosen, and obviously all of that had to be put into production, which we only had 2 weeks to do, which is kind of unheard of in the industry. Very, very fast turnaround. There was some hidden talent there that really shone in that second workshop. They are the stars in this, whether they appear on screen, whether they've been involved in the scripting, the ideas, but they were amazing. It was such a lovely bunch of children. There was some great personalities and some real characters.
What this really boils down to is taking ideas that are important to a bunch of kids, weaving them together into a story and allowing them to watch those ideas back, and allows them to share those ideas in that story with other people. And in a sense, then they can inspire themselves.
This is a project that's about making them resilient and making them realise that it doesn't actually matter where you come from and what your roots are, that, you know, you can be as big as you want that to be for you. And we are fundamentally, building strong, resilient young people, and that's what we need for the years ahead of them.
I'm speaking to you at what I know is an increasingly challenging time. Together we are tackling this disease. And I want to reassure you, we will be with our friends again. We will be with our families again. We will meet again.
And so ever since Parliament passed the succession to the Crown Act, there had been no disputes to the throne. So following King Edward's abdication, when he quit as king, it became apparent that the crown would eventually sit. George, is something funny?
No, miss.
I should think not. Where was I? After King Edward's abdication, the path of succession was through King George and then to Queen Elizabeth, who reigns a constitutional monarch today, which means she has no political power. The most recent change to rules was in 2013, allowing equal rights for a boy or girl to crown in succession. In their class, we have 1,000 years of history, all wrapped up into an international diplomat performance of pomp and circumstance for which we are famous the world over. The Queen had reigned since which year, George?
Miss?
Which year was Elizabeth crowned, George? Pay attention.
Sorry, miss. You're breaking up.
Which year was the Queen crowned George? Can you hear me? Which year, George?
Sorry, miss. I can't hear you. Miss, I think it's the year.
Oh, we've lost him. What a shame. It's 1952, which means her Platinum Jubilee is very soon.
Boring. Yeah?
What are we doing?
Can't go out.
Game?
Yeah, street protectors.
Oh? Yes!
Loading it up.
Oh, you smashed his skull.
Power up, move, green beans.
What did I miss?
I just used green beans, power up and smash the pothead skull.
KO? No, still going. Should have used banana.
Why?
Fruit gives you power quickly. Doesn't last as long as veg though. If you're quick, you get a KO on a skull crusher double swinging back axe kick with a banana.
Oh.
Well done, gang. You've totally cleaned up the streets and protected the community from drugs, lawlessness and generally uncool people. But that pothead was just a street seller. His bosses in organised crime will be coming for you and they won't be so easy. Make sure you use your get out of jail card. Remember, jab, cross, thigh kick. Good luck.
Ah, guys, I want to do this for real. Remember when we did those Muay Thai classes before?
Yeah, good times.
When do you think we'll go back?
Oh man, I don't know.
The next 5 weeks you're in this space. I thought it would be a really great idea so that you could learn how games are actually made. 3, 2, 1, go. And even appear in your own game. So, our game does have to have Muay Thai moves in it. Bam, nice. One more time.